Good evening, friends. Artist of the Month, a program recently we have started, but it's now slowly moving ahead. We are very lucky and fortunate. NGMA Mumbai, under Ministry of Culture, Government of India. So, we would like to invite you all for this program and make our programs are successful. Today, particularly, Artist of the Month, Mr. Anand Patole, who is a well-known person at one point of time in this city and our country, who is also worked with the Bombay Progressive Group and actively involved with at that time. Went to New York and studied there sometime and came back. Maybe he thought instead of making his own identity in his native land, he want to become very big in the international arena. Maybe he relocated to New York and he's become New York-based artist and living there 45 years, coming and going, but never in busy with his own art showing activities, etc. and all. We are fortunate, lucky. One of our artist friend of NGMA Mumbai, Mr. Amar Sonawale, he is a close associate of Anand Patole, and he came in contact with me and explained about him. I was so delighted because getting such versatile artist and known artist of that generation who is active still, working and all, and came down and displayed his works. So I thought let us make use of that opportunity as the Artist of the Month. So Mr. Anand Patole is here. Today we organize this small function. It's like let us record his experiences and share with art, contemporary art, what are the turmoils going around and what is his feeling about his previous artworks and artist friends, etc. Then what he is realizing, feeling, experiencing and seeing the international art arena in New York. So today, for this program, our NGMA good friend, Mr. Chaitanya Nagarkati is here. He is also art writer and a filmmaker, and who is also equally lived in USA and all. He is also versatile personality. Let us have that program. So there will be a conversation between them, and before that, we will be having his artworks and his involvement with the Bombay Progressive Group artists and where he was, etc. and all. That will make us to realize all his past, and presently showing an exhibition at Army Navy building, so that we all get a chance to go and see his works. Tomorrow is the last day. So now I request Mr. Anand Patole ji, please come and take the dais. I request him, please come over. I also request Mr. C.S. Nag to take over the dais. And I request Shruti, flower bouquet. So we'll give a flower bouquet honor with the NGMA side, with all audience and all. That flower bouquet will be given to Anand Patole through the hands of C.S. Nagarkati. Mr. Nagarkati, please honor him. There is a small film made with some slideshow, etc. Let us experience his work of his that period and present works, etc. Then after that, we'll request Mr. Nagarkati to interact with him so that we will also come to know what is the international arena, what is happening around. Thank you very much. Now you can start the movie.
They are seeing this, हे झाल्यानंतर आम्ही बोलायला सुरू करू. हे तुमचं काम बघतायत आता. May I request you, Shruti, if we can go back, and
From the beginning, again, you will interact with them.
that's right. So that as I speak to him, there will be a frame of reference, and for the audience also, they can relate to his comments with his art also. That's right. And if we can move to the next slide and start with the first, these are all his shows. He has exhibited pretty much all over the world, as you can see. So you can hold that shot, and so I'll begin. Ladies and gentlemen, and I really want to thank Mr. Shankar and the NGMA for this opportunity that he has given me to present. It's a great honor to present a person who really represents a Trivedi Sangam, a sort of mingling of three art streams, and he has distinguished himself in all three, that is cinema, art, which is his first love, and having worked with Mr. Art-critic and Raj Kapoor.
Use that mic.
And can you hear me? I mean, because it's a small gathering. Do you need? Okay. Hello. Yeah. So as I was saying, it is really a unique and rare honor and privilege for us that NGMA has, Mr. Shankar. I want to thank you for providing us the opportunity to interact with an artist who has worked in three different streams of art, that is painting, in music. He's an excellent tabla player, and he has played with Rajiv Taranath and people like that, close to Ali Akbar Khan Saab, and also worked with Mr. Art-critic in films with the great Raj Kapoor. So it's very unique and rare that we get an opportunity to meet someone of this vintage, and who was very closely, intimately involved with the Bombay progressive era, which has had such a seminal influence on Indian art and art thinking and art culture. And so I would like to begin by asking you, sir, your impressions. You're coming to India. His visit is after 20 years. So it is really quite a unique experience, I'm sure, for you to return to your motherland after 20 long years. What are your first impressions of India and Bombay, your city?
Well, I will little try to change the mood of what question was asked. I have prepared myself to talk to you this evening and bringing the different side of the history and story of the artist and all that. I'll begin with in Marathi. क्षण एक घडो सौख्याचा वर्षाव पडो मरणाचा. A moment of bliss is an ecstasy into eternity. Everything began for me in Mumbai. After completing my high school graduation, I came to Mumbai and joined the Circus Academy of Fine Arts, and I finished 4 years of training. And my guru, late Shri Muralidhar Art-critic, he was an art director in the film world, RK Film Studio. He gave me a decent job as his assistant, one of the assistants, and I worked for 3 films, Shri 420, Jagte Raho, and Jis Desh Mein Ganga Behti Hai. I had little fascination for music, film world, but my friends were thrilled about because our man being in a film studio, all those actors and actresses I saw on black and white screen, they came in for live in front of me and all that. But soon I realized that there was nothing creative for me in movie industry. There was something within me. I realized later on that I was born with a vasana to create. And that vasana was moving in various various different medias and channel, finally settling it on art. After leaving that job, film world, I started working for advertising agencies, fashion designs, magazines, story illustrations, and all that. And while doing that, a friend of mine, Rajasthani friend of mine, Panna Jain, invited me to go and spend one month in Rajasthan, where I did some landscapes and portraits, really what I wanted to do, and came and gave an art show at Jangir Art Gallery, got good reviews, and sort of established in the fine art world. Then, after a couple of years, I had a scholarship to study in New York School of Visual Arts, and after 3 years, I came back and gave a show of my paintings at Taj Gallery in 1967 and 68. That was a time of changing from naturalistic style to abstract impressionist world. I was just stepping into that. 2 of my paintings were bought by American tourists and shipped them back to New York. And that encouraged me to go back and settle in New York. Now, in New York, they say there are 100,000 painters, 100,000 singers, dancers, writers, poets, and all that. And that was a real challenge for me to prove my mettle in that environment. I was so culturally clinging to what was my own, theme-wise, expression-wise, art form, Indian decorative style used in my own media, like acrylic and metallic paint combination. My paintings look like metallic plates excavated from the earth. And that technique seemed to be very fascinating, and people did go for that, sold a lot of work. But yet I was feeling that I'm clinging to my culture. I'm like preaching my philosophy, Indian wisdom, Indian things, and Indian religion, and all that. And New York, for instance, America, is a mixture of all cultures. The world cultures you can find there, and like all different colors of clothes, soaked and spinning and rinsing into the washing machine, you know. And somehow I got caught into that current, and mixing and rinsing and everything happened. But they say, you don't lose your Indian tan, you know, that money back guarantee. So I still retain, but then moving into abstract world, it didn't happen, you know, because everybody is changing, and I must do something to show to the world that I have something. But the change happened to me. Change came from within. They say there are 10 faces look alike, or 7 faces look alike in the world. My instructor in America said, oh, you like to draw pictures of Christ or this and that, but no one had painted picture of Christ while he was living. What do you feel about Christ? What do you feel of Krishna, Gandhi, and all that? Can you express yourself, your feelings about them without showing the image, the picture? And that was a kind of a challenge for me. In realistic style, I had reached to the level where I could see a person and draw his picture by just remembering. and I thought I have achieved really something in the naturalistic style. But then I was always wondering, what is next? There must be something. I came to dead end, and I couldn't find what is next. And this challenge I took from my teacher. Can you paint what you feel about that episode or say story or that person? For instance, if you see William de Kooning's paintings, beautiful models he would use, his girlfriends and women and all.